Welcome back to another episode of the HLP. This is Emily.
And Brooks.
Taking over the intro this week. As the year comes to a close, I wanted to take a moment to thank all of our listeners for helping us grow our show.
We are proud of the stories we have told, and we are looking forward to what is coming in the new year.
A special thank you to all of our patrons that have given us the financial support to improve the quality of the show and expand the content we produce.
It's time to ring in the new year with episode 229, No Cause for an Arm.
Do you like liquor and things that go boo? Then buckle up, listener, because this one's for you. Prepare yourself for the Hideous Laughter Podcast.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Hideous Laughter Podcast, episode 229. You guys are in Renchurch. You did it. You got inside. You went in.
Having the time of our lives.
Having the time of getting thrown around by the Whispering Tyrant himself. Tossed like a little sack of bricks. I do have a question. Steve and I were kind of talking about this when we came upstairs. This one's for Haley. What's going on with the toothbrush in the Tupperware?
Yes.
Oh.
What is that? Why is it on the game table?
Center stage.
Yeah, so I was editing the episode last night, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we are going to a wedding this weekend.
I called it.
What?
Nope, keep going.
We're going to a wedding this weekend. So I filled this halfway up with very warm water and put all of my jewelry in it and then let it soak, because you're supposed to let it soak for 30 minutes with warm water and mild dish soap, and then use a soft toothbrush to then clean it.
Never mind, didn't call it.
What did you think it was?
I thought you were just like, this is the tiny Tupperware we got, like the tiniest Tupperware we have, and it fits a toothbrush perfectly. I'm just going to pack it in toiletries.
Absolutely not.
We thought you were transporting your toothbrush via old takeout container.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
It takes approximately 20 to 30 minutes to do the final, like, what's it called? Like audio
Render.
Yeah, the audio render where it like levels everybody. And so I was like, oh, perfect timing. I just finished editing. I'm going to go get this warm water and then I'm going to do this. And then I'll have a timer for myself. And so that is what I did, because you're supposed to let it sit for 30 minutes.
Oh, nice. I thought you just forgot it.
No, it was just.
I thought you were like mid-pack.
No, I
render.
haven't packed at all.
No, I haven't packed either. But
I
that's
haven't even
okay.
thought about packing.
Well, speaking of drink that, you probably are going to have to brush your teeth after. Haley, what'd you get? Would the patrons give you? Looks thick.
It do be thick.
Oh my.
I have what is called a basic uska from Ellie. A basic uska does contain a quarter cup of canned pumpkin, a half cup of cream soda, a half cup of spiced apple cider. By the way, it is not apple cider season anymore, so I couldn't get that. I had to get apple juice and then add spices. Best thing I could do. Anyways, an eighth cup of white or spiced rum. We did white rum. And then whipped topping for the topping and nutmeg for the topping. You gotta whisk those 4 ingredients until it's smooth and then add the toppings. Now, as far as the whipped topping, I did go one step further because I had canned pumpkin and I made pumpkin cream cold foam.
Ooh.
And so I just added that on top.
Fancy.
But it looks funky because it's been sitting.
What you just described is more work than I've ever thought about doing for one of these drinks.
Look, I always, this is the thing, is every fall, I love these and I don't like to spend money at Starbucks, but I also forget that I can just buy canned pumpkin and make this. So that's where this drink actually gave me an excuse to go above and beyond.
To buy canned pumpkin.
And make the thing I actually like, which is the cold foam.
What
Okay.
viscosity is the canned pumpkin?
Oh, canned pumpkin? I mean, that is like tomato paste viscosity.
It's like
Okay.
a step below pumpkin pie.
Okay. So it's very much so a solid at the bottom of your drink.
No. I stirred a lot.
Oh, okay.
A lot of stirring, like nonstop stirring for a little bit. used if I would have had a whisk, I would have used a whisk.
Yeah,
but
Haley spent more time stirring than any of the rest of us spend making our drinks.
Yeah, sounds right.
Yep.
I love the commitment to this one.
Yeah. No, that's
I was gonna say this is actually surprisingly good.
Surprising how committed we could be to one that sounds like it tastes good.
Well, that's actually not why I was committed to it. I was committed to it because of the thing I actually wanted for my coffee.
We're usually committed if it sounds like it tastes good and it's not from the 1920s. It does have cream in it.
More drinks fall under the umbrella of sounded good in the 1920s that get suggested on the show than you'd think.
Yeah,
I want to stress
there's a lot of prohibition era alcohol beverages suggested on here. Believe
Did
it or
anyone
not.
want to try this, by the way?
Sure.
Yeah, okay.
It's a weird one.
All right.
It is kind of weird because it's a
yeah,
thick drink.
Yeah,
I'm gonna hit it from the side.
let's
I
pass it
think
back and forth before it thickens.
Is it kind of like a thin
Oh.
milkshake at this point?
There's
Kind of.
there's barely any cream realistically. Everybody
It's quite
keeps saying
sweet.
it's a milk base, but there's only just
No, it's just because you
small
took a
layer.
thick thing, a quarter cup of a thick thing, and that's in that pint glass. That
Right.
We all think it's going to be thick.
But it's actually there's very little actual milk base or cream in
Yeah,
it.
it literally just tastes like pumpkin pie.
It does. It's pumpkin pie in a cup.
Basically it, yeah. Which is fine. Alcoholic
Nice.
pumpkin. I don't taste the booze, so that's good.
Yeah.
And I was 100% true to recipe besides the fact that it's no longer apple cider season. So
I think
Emily,
that's
you got
fair.
anything good? Got a drink, Emily?
I do. I mixed up a little concoction. I'm calling it
That-
Orange is the New Death.
Oh,
Okay.
And it is
awesome.
tangerine LaCroix, orange tangerine, Mio, 2 orange liqueurs, and a little bit of vodka.
All right.
Wow.
And where did the vodka come from, Emily?
It's a Tito's sweater vodka. I saw it in the
What?
store and I had to buy it. The vodka bottle has a little Tito's sweater on it. It's so cute. It's like a knit holiday sweater that fits a vodka bottle.
that's pretty great.
It's pretty good. Yeah, I like that.
Steve, you got anything?
Yeah, I'm drinking a beer that I'm pretty excited for. I'm drinking something from Animated Brewing Company. This is pretty timely with some of our recent announcements. Alliance of Pirates.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's a black IPA. I love black IPAs. They're one of my favorite, could be my favorite beer. We'll see. But I'm going to go ahead and try this one.
Yeah, I've definitely had the Alliance of Pirates before. It's good.
Delicious.
Weirdly
Wonderful.
enough, I think I bought like 4 or 5 tall boys from Animated
Mm-hmm.
on the last trip home, on the last Brewfest
That's
run.
where I got this.
I don't know. Some of they just had a lot of oh, it's a coffee porter. Oh, it's a cake stout, whatever that I was interested in. Brooks,
I've got myself a lime lemongrass press.
oh nice, back on the press train.
Yeah. For the moment.
Better have those for when you get press ganged.
Yeah.
Call yourselves the press gang.
We're all media reporters.
Yeah, the press gang.
Pretty good.
We only report on pirate affairs. We're the press gang.
Now
That's for
that's a
Go ahead.
character in the making right there.
yeah. I'm with the press gang. I got myself a Columbus Lager. I think it's my last one. It's hanging out in the back of the fridge. But it's tasty. Nice and refreshing for a nice and refreshing combat that we're about to do. It's a group drink next time, right? So we don't have to roll
It
off.
is.
Is
All right, 2:30 will be a group drink. And then we only got like a couple more cycles left for Steve to win.
Pretty nervous.
He's gonna
Pretty
strike out.
nervous.
He's gonna strike out.
guys should be lie about our dice rolls.
Yeah.
No,
that'd be great.
that's not a part of the game.
No.
It's not a part of the game. We're not gonna start fudging the drink poll rolls now.
Yeah, we fudge enough numbers already.
Oh, hold on. Hold on.
Wait a minute.
I can barely do the math right without fudging.
You don't fudge the die number, you just fudge the math. Well, when last we left our heroes, they discovered a bunch of items on the Lesser Death and brought Durin back. His soul was trapped in the scythe, and he was killed by a death effect, so it was actually fairly difficult to bring him back. Then the group approached the entrance that Lesser Death had left behind and realized that they had to bypass a trap to get through these Reaper's doors. Upon doing so, they gained the attention of a haunt in this place, the Tyrant's Whispers. Some piece of the Whispering Tyrant here to taunt them, and it threw Lyra around for a while, threw Tulia once, but the group managed to run through the narthex of the church, and now they're kind of in the main worship hall with the pews kind of all jumbled, and they found these huge Juju zombie creatures along with what appears to be a tomb giant. And you're in combat, and it's the start of kind of round 2, even though my combat tracker says round 4 because we were tracking combat through the haunt. So let's get into it. At the start of, I guess, round 4 is Tulia. Tulia, right now you can't see any combatants, but you have been let go by the Tyrant's Whispers.
That's good. And also bad because I can't see yet.
Yeah. You know it's bad when you have to zoom out really far on the map just to see the creature?
Yeah, this is a really big map. Again, kudos to Corey who made this one makes all of the maps for us from scratch, but like these ones were particularly difficult because I know they were scaled like with the 10-foot squares and whatever in the original book. So
I mean,
she didn't have great maps to work with.
Even these columns have like the skulls in them.
Yep.
It's beautiful.
Okay, so I am going to move up 30 feet, and now I can see them.
Mm-hmm. Closest one to you now is about 55 feet, it looks like, away. And the other one's maybe 60.
So that's plenty of space. I just need to do a couple more measurements really quick here.
Now you can only barely see the second one because of your field of vision.
Fine.
So
we didn't hear anything about electricity.
Just that they're immune.
To that as well?
Mm-hmm.
Immune to electricity, immune to cold, immune to magic missile, resists fire.
Oh, that is why I wrote down acid like 4 times on my sheet. Okay.
And those are just the resistances you know from the Juju zombie. Mm-hmm. There was no roll made on what these actually are.
That is correct. We also did learn they have what we can intuit as gamers of this game as freedom of movement, as the one was not hampered at all by Durin's Void Bomb.
And all the Sonic-y things I have are very, very not helpful at this minute. Boy, that sucks. All right, so I will cast Dragon's Breath, and I will do specifically acid. That's the best I think I can do.
Okay. Is that a line?
It is a 60-foot line, which I can do. It's gonna zoom past Ikmer's ear, but it won't hit him.
It's gonna okay, so you got a column here.
Did it go through the column?
So this is the column.
Oh, shit, it does go through the column. Damn it. And Ikmer would get hit by it any other way.
Fucking Corey putting columns in this map. Screwing the whole thing up.
They look good.
Right, Corey. I tried to praise you at the beginning before they all tore you apart. Just remember that I did that.
It just needs to be 5 feet to the left is all.
So I am going to move now that I've moved 30 feet straight forward, and then I could see stuff. I'm now going to move 15 feet diagonally back.
Okay.
Or maybe I might be 20 feet back.
Yeah, that still allows you to see him.
Yep, and then I will now do my casting with the line.
Okay, so a reflex.
Correct.
From a boy.
And I will use a point to make the reflex save a little harder.
Okay, that sounds good.
Still luck, but...
That's you might get him. That's 25.
Exactly. Okay, well, let me get...
These do look like fairly big, clumsy creatures. Like, that was probably fairly good for him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Bad news is I have a lot of electricity, and so...
Mm-hmm. So what's the damage looking like?
All right. So I rolled 12d6. I got 49 over 12d6. So divide that by 2.
So 24 damage.
Yes.
All right. That does appear to cut through. So what that would tell you is it doesn't seem like they have any magical resistances applied to them afterwards. It seems like this freedom of movement is obviously a spell on them. So you'd be wary that they have other things cast on them.
And they're undead, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It is a swift action. So as my swift action, I'm going to steal some life. And
Does that have a range with your life-stealing gloves?
it says that if this one actually won't do it because it's supposed to be a single target spell.
Okay. That's Tulia's turn. It's this thin undead creature's turn. It's got the thin adjective for 0 reason.
That's great.
Though the token is 15 feet wide.
He's going to ready an action for anyone coming at him. Batumbe.
These two boys are at the top of our field of battle. They are jammed side by side into this little alcove. Perfect for a little AoE as Matumbe calls down holy passages from the Bones Land in a spiral, and purple light diffuses itself violently between these two creatures. This is a holy smite. I'm going to need some will saves.
Okay. Where are you casting it?
Just between the two of them, it has a 20-foot burst radius. I know there's another creature back there because I know, but Matumbe can't see that far, so that probably doesn't get it.
Mm-hmm.
I can't see that far.
Okay, I've got on the one that was just blasted by Tulia, I've got a 33.
Oh, yeah.
And then I've got a 28 on the other.
So you succeed on both. You are not blinded for either of them. You are going to take half of the total damage, which is 18, rounds down to 9.
Okay.
And Matumbe is going to spend the second half of his turn moving up close by his buddy Ikmer, right behind him.
Okay. What's my other boy want to do here? I think he's going to do the same thing. He's going to ready if anyone comes up towards him, or within his reach, rather. Air Bear.
All right. Air Bear has the Blade of the Rising Sun out in his main hand and the pearlescent pyramid above his head. So he draws it, or I guess puts the other one away and draws that blade. And as he runs forward, he's going to say, use the columns to our advantage. We can dodge around them, but they cannot. And so he is just going to move 30 feet up and be right in front of Ikmer behind a column and stay right where he is because, if we don't have to wade into melee combat, let's not. If we have ranged abilities.
You can see the other combatant in here now as well.
Ooh. She's scary.
You see like a 12-foot tall gray woman with a gnarly looking scythe. And
I bet Eclipse wants that on the back of her axe.
Yeah, you watch her.
I got one from death.
You watch her take a 5
or 2
and cast a spell. She reaches out and touches both of these creatures. And then it is Eclipse's turn.
All right. Eclipse is going to fly up and over by Air Bear and Ikmer and Matumbe and all of her friends.
Mm-hmm.
And then I am going to spend 2 points of my evocation assigned stuff to do an acidic burst.
Okay.
Saucy.
Great. So I will, it's got a solid radius on it. It has a 20-foot radius, and I can actually see right here, so I can hit every single one of them. And so I'll do that. And so I need reflex saves from all of them.
Okay. Let's start with the... how much damage does this do? Like how many d6?
8.
Okay, it's possible. She's got a 27, and then the 2 have probably both fail 12 and a 18.
Yeah, that definitely fails.
Let's go.
So they're each going to take 32, and 27 is a success, so then half.
Would you roll like all sixes? 8d6?
Yeah.
Oh, no, never mind. I was thinking 6.
I'll
There you
just put
go.
it in the dice roll.
It looks like she takes nothing, and they each barely flinch. You think she probably cast a protection from energy communal.
You bitch!
Shoot.
That cost me 2 of my 3 points.
Mm-hmm.
If I
Who's
had
that?
the rage feature,
Just
it
key
is
that,
now the loppers.
Just key that on in real
Oh, yeah. What's the lopper doing?
So let's see. How far can I reach, or how far are these guys? Yeah, okay. This is risky, but the lopper can reach.
Can get to him?
Yeah.
Okay. So first thing that happens is both of their readied actions go off, which
Something
was
had to happen.
a vital strike from each of them.
Okay. Well, I might regret it, but
So let's see. Key on vital strike. 29.
no.
Nice.
And a 33.
Yes.
Okay, so one of them gets you. That's 64 points of damage. And then they each get an attack of opportunity. What's my crit range on this bad boy? It is just a 20. Okay. These are both going to hit. 16 and a 19 on the die are both more than 10 higher than the last hit.
Yeah, some pretty good rolls.
Now, these are magical and slashing, but if there's... So he's going to take another 85 damage.
Yeah, you should do one of those at a time.
What's his DR?
No, do them one at a time because he's going to go down from 1.
Okay, so 41.
And the other one is what?
The rest of it, so 44.
Okay, well then he's gone forever.
Yeah.
Till tomorrow.
He was gone either way.
Well, the thing is, if he just went down from the first hit, because it was very close, so I had 49 points left. That's why I said one at a time. Because
Well, he can't go unconscious, can he?
Yes. He has until his con.
Oh.
That's why it's like, I was like, I need him one at a time, but you happen to do, unfortunately, too much.
Yep, so he's gone. That's Eclipse's turn. Uska.
Uska just watched the lopper move up and immediately fall with these readied actions, and she's shocked for a second.
Those are gone at least.
I mean, that's something. Uska's not going to run up and try to attack them, but it does change what she was planning on doing. She is kind of switching. It looked like she was about to grab her star knife and was going to move up and try to attack, but after seeing that, from range, she was going to attack from range. She throws her star knives. But instead, she's worried about the frontliners. So she flies over to the group that has formed, and she flies down that she's only 10 feet in the air, so she can touch Air Bear and give him protective luck. I think you're going to need this.
All right. Durin.
All right. He takes a 5-foot step over and whispers to himself, "Time to rain down heaven's wrath then." And Hasted begins to throw 3 bombs. So first one is, well, they're all going to be at a target until it goes down. I'm going to thread the needle right between the 2 of them. Just like last episode, this is 2 range increments outside of my comfortable range increment, but I'm only taking a little bit of a penalty to that. So 27 to touch.
Yep.
All right. Now I'm using holy bombs. So let's get some damage. That is 30 good damage. Because the creature is very large, it should be taking some splash, correct?
Yep, it will take 1 splash.
1 splash. It's
Yep.
resistant to good?
Oh, no. Sorry. I mean, just because it's huge doesn't mean it
Well,
takes...
yeah,
like,
no, it's not taking...
yeah,
Yes.
So
I'm making sure that
each of them will take a
yeah.
reflex save against splash, right?
Yeah. Had me worried for a second, man. Oof.
The one you just hit gets a 26. The other one only gets a 17. Or sorry, 19.
All right, so the 19 fails. Splash is 14. The success brings that down to half for 7 more points of good damage.
Okay.
Second bomb is higher, so that's another hit.
Okay.
It's going to be 26 points of good damage. Again, both of them rolling a reflex save.
Mm-hmm. Both will fail, so 14s.
You got it.
Nice.
And then a third attack. That is 28 against touch.
Yep.
30 more points of good. Let me get some reflex saves.
25 and a 23.
Ooh, meets beats on the 23. Both of them are successes. 7 points of good for both of them.
Okay. That all 3 bombs?
Yep.
Lyra.
All right, so we currently do not have any allies threatening these creatures. We have kind of a wall of our frontliners are waiting to go in.
Lyra can't even see him.
She cannot. She can only see... Oh yeah, she can't see any of them.
Mhm.
But with the way the party's lining up, I think she gets a little bit of an idea of at least the direction of where they are since she saw the Lopper move.
He definitely sees like giant muzzle flashes of explosions of good energy.
Yeah, there's a lot going on, but the party hasn't fully approached yet. So Lyra continues singing, and we did not hear anything about sonic resistance or immunity, did we?
You didn't hear
All
anything,
right.
no.
And I don't believe they had any spell resistance from what we saw so far.
Mhm.
So Lyra moves up and she steps up to right in front of Matumbe to get a better view. And from here, she can see everyone. And she looks down the hallway and can see the giant poking out from behind these huge creatures. And as she's singing, she lets out a ear-splitting yell that deafens and damages creatures in its path. So this is a 60-foot cone, which I believe I measured it out. Oops, I am not...
This require a fortitude save?
Yes, it is a fortitude save.
Okay, they're immune. They're undead. Unless it affects objects.
It does affect objects.
Okay, then they're good.
And I'm assuming they are not exposed, brittle, or crystalline objects, because if they are brittle,
No.
it will do extra. Okay.
Okay, so fortitude save.
Yes.
And that would hurt anything in its path, right?
The Lopper's dead, right?
Yeah, I don't know spiritualist very well, so I was about I can apparently take some of the damage, but if this is I can take the damage to prevent him from being gone for 24 hours. But I didn't know that until I was, because I don't know spiritualists very well.
Yeah, I mean, I let you do that, but
If I would change
that
what I'm doing.
ruins her turn, and so
well, how big is your burst? You could just target the back, right? It's a 20-foot burst,
It is
That was cone.
it's
Oh,
a
it's a cone.
cone, 60 foot.
60-foot cone. Yeah, you definitely get him in it.
But if I was operating on the thought that he was dissipated and dead. So if he's there,
Yeah.
that's different. And my turn would be different.
Sorry, I had to read a bunch, and I only right before, right when you started to go is when I figured out how this works, and so I was gonna make sure I talked about it before, right next, right after your turn. But if this is problematic for your turn as well,
I might be able to not have him in there because I moved
Okay.
up. Oh shoot, I moved, I think 50 some feet, and I have 65 feet of movement with haste, but I don't think I would be able to quite.
Do you have 35 normal?
Yes, she has boots
Okay.
to increase her speed.
Yeah, so you could go here and get the cone that goes all the way up.
Okay,
60 feet.
without hitting the Lopper.
Yep.
Okay, I think if the Lopper is still,
I will take 30 damage and keep him here. So if he's here,
all right, so then Lyra sees that the Lopper is still there. She moves up a little bit further. Thankfully, she can do that because of haste. And then she shouts, but angles it in such a way that the lopper is spared, but she is clipping the edge of the creature.
Awesome.
All right. The far one fails. The other one's gonna crush your DC, and then the tomb giant is also gonna crush your DC. So it's like 18s on the die, and they have.
All right. So the one that failed is stunned for a round. The ones that saved are not stunned, but they do take half the damage, and they are going to be deafened for a certain number of rounds as well. So I will calculate that.
Undead creatures are immune to stun.
Oh, bummer.
So basically, like, if there's a damage impact of this,
There is. They will take damage. So the one that failed is going to take 36 damage. It's 10d6 points of sonic damage. And then those that succeeded take half. So that would be 18. And then they are going to be deafened. I'm assuming they can be deafened.
Yes, they can be. Well, yeah, presumably.
17 rounds.
Okay.
For those that failed, if they succeeded, it's half. So that would be 8 rounds.
Sounds good. Ikmer.
All right. I've really been thinking on how the rest of the frontliners could be of assistance, and I think I've found, or Ikmer thinks he's found a way. I'm not sure. Like, I kind of don't see a point, but also
Why don't you see a point?
because if we can attack from range,
Can you? As a frontliner?
no,
Oh,
and that's
everybody
part of it. Like, I mean,
Then
you guys are using
could-
resources, but
I am a little worried. Just eventually they're going to come out and like attack the squishy people standing right in front of the hallway.
Eclipse was using resources because she could not reach them yet. Like, she's making her way up to attack. That is why the Lopper went up first. Like,
I would also say we don't know if they have combat reflexes. Don't have any reason to think they do or don't.
they're
But
ready action.
In the event that they don't, then you should be able to get up there without soaking an AOO at least and start getting up in their face.
At a minimum, their ready action of Vital Strike is gone.
Exactly, for sure. So it's like either you move up or kind of commit to the fact that the entire front line has to like stay back for this entire combat unless they're coming to us, which doesn't seem like they're doing.
And trust me, like, Tulia is going to run out of resources that are actually useful. Like, fast.
okay. Well, then that's good to know. That's good to know.
They're literally immune to every type of spell that I have.
I am running into that problem
doesn't
too.
help. Yeah. All right, and so is the Lopper's space available or not?
No, the Lopper is up.
Okay.
The Lopper is currently.
The Lopper is at -4. It's down, but still here.
Oh, it's still here. Okay.
Down, but still present.
Yeah, so you're the only thing stopping that one from charging if you move up.
Yeah, so Ikmer is going to run on the far side of this column in order to not get AOO'd and then try to attack.
Woo.
So it's a roundabout
Okay.
way, and he had to kind of use the wall as cover, but
Yep. So you're gonna get AO'd by the one you're running up on.
okay.
But you saved yourself the other's AOO, I think, because it can't reach. Yeah, that's 20 away.
Would he get any sort of cover or concealment from the wall as he moves up?
I mean, this thing can hit him from any angle of
okay.
itself, so it's like way bigger than the wall can grant concealment for. If it was a medium creature right up against that wall, I'd say definitely. But it's not like more than half of it can see.
Yeah, it's
So there's no
huge.
concealment.
Did we know if there was DR?
yes.
Yes, there is DR.
Mm.
Oh, buddy, 47.
Yeah, that does it.
Okay. These boys are nothing if not solely melee combatants. That's 48 points of damage.
Okay. Well, that's a lot to be taken on AOO.
Does that go through your DR?
It's a good question, but I don't think it should.
It is a +2 axe that he's attacking you with, so it should not, I don't think, go through silver.
Fantastic.
All right, so you moved twice to get there, right? You moved around the column and then... Or no, you have haste, so yeah, you just did a loop.
Mm-hmm.
So you can attack if you want to.
I would love to do that. A natural 20.
Yeah.
For 45.
Yay!
Okay, roll it again with a -1.
Is this divine interference?
It might be. I have a cleric fighting you behind these guys.
All right. With the -1, it is a 38.
Okay, it'll hit, but it won't crit.
Oh my god. That's... Wow, that's going to be hard to hit.
Well, no, I mean, like, because you had to roll the attack again, you didn't roll another natural 20, so it's not a... I used the divine interference thing,
You
so,
didn't get a crit.
yeah.
so you no longer got a natural 20. You got
so
whatever your
38
second
could
thing was.
potentially hit. We don't know yet.
Got it. Okay.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
38 does
yeah.
hit.
But one hit is great.
Still a hit.
Yeah. That is 35 damage.
Woo!
And you know what kind of sword I have, so...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Tulia.
I don't have any spell but Sonic Scream that would do any good, but Sonic Scream is like very tiny damage and you have to be very, very close, which right now, not gonna work because I need more frontliners up there. So instead, I will walk on over behind Air Bear, and I'm gonna hope Air Bear's going up there because I will give you Blur.
Oh, yeah.
Because I didn't hear anything about vision, potentially.
Mm-hmm.
And that is my turn.
So he's got protective luck and blur. Good thing he's up in the thick of it. Oh, wait.
He better be soon.
Nah, he's going to
Brooks.
pull out his bow.
All right. This one's going to leave his buddy.
Uh-oh.
Oh, shit. Oh, no.
This is why I was worried about going out so far.
Uh-huh. No, I understand.
Yeah, so he's going to go 50, 60. Gonna go ahead and Vital Strike Durin.
Imagine my surprise.
Yeah, well, you're dishing out like 150 damage on bombs.
I know.
But he used his extra speed, so he's not as hitty.
Oh, that means she has, what, the Blessing of Fervor, too? That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Damn it.
All of our cool things are getting used against us.
Yeah, it's in the 40s.
You got it.
Okay. That's 61 damage. Then, not a part of their juju thing, but a cool ability that they have is called Swift Claw. So that under pit claw can attack you as a swift action.
You're right. That is a cool ability.
So he's going to do that. 31?
Yeah.
Okay. That's going to deal min damage, 14 damage. And then I'm going to attempt to grab. That is a 43 to grab.
Of course.
Okay. So I'm going to grab you. And I'm going to take you, because you have to be adjacent.
Yep.
With the grab. So I'm just taking you and moving you up to him. Matumbe is now up.
Guess he's got to go help his buddy out. So he moves up next to this creature in Durin.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
he doesn't have like the tentacle thing that some creatures have, so he's still considered grappled. And when you're grappled, you can't take, I'm pretty sure you can't take opportunity attacks, right?
let's see here if it's in the text.
Grappled.
I feel like the answer is probably no.
Correct. The answer is no.
Sweet. Well, in that case, Matumbe is going to take a couple steps up. Unfortunately, that's 10 feet away, so I can't full attack. He is going to go ahead and swift action channel positive energy to channel smite. Let's go ahead and try and make an attack here with the Book of the Raven.
All right.
Boy, would I like to high roll. That is going to go to... That would be 34. I don't know if that hits yet, so I'm going to go and throw in some inspiration on that. 36.
You got him. He's
All
grappled.
right.
Nice.
I was not power attacking because kind of given up on doing that. Terrible off that roll. Okay. That is 25 points from the Book of the Raven, and now time for the positive energy. At any time when you're ready, I'm going to need 2 will saves, one against destruction, one against halving this damage.
17 on the die against destruction should be fine. However, he's going to take full channel damage.
Okay, that is going to be 13 points positive energy then.
Okay. You want to make a knowledge check?
This time against the creature, I'm assuming?
Yeah, be a local.
Okay.
You could also at this point make one about the tomb giant if you wanted to. That would also be a local.
Oh yeah, he can just barely see her now that he moved a little bit. 41 against the creature, not the tomb giant, the one.
Against the creature, that's going to be 3 questions.
Start with some special defenses.
Okay. So you know the defenses that are from the Juju Zombie. These guys have improved Iron Will, so they can re-roll a will save if they decide that, you know, they don't want to fail to that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they have toughness. That's about it.
Okay.
I mean, their base creature doesn't have their what are known as attachs. They naturally have these 3 arms.
Whoa.
I don't know what else to ask on these creatures.
Oh, they definitely have that, like, they can catch rocks.
That was my second question.
Yeah, so
yep.
like if you're going to start throwing rocks at them,
I was going to ask
don't bring
about
rocks.
rock catching.
Don't bring rocks to a giant fight, because
Yep. Yeah.
you notice there are conveniently a lot of crumbling walls and stuff. Plenty of ammunition for these giants to start throwing rocks.
I'm not going to lie, Matumi's thinking about it. I have 2 more questions. I honestly don't know what I want to know about these guys. They just seem like big brutes.
If I were to guide you, I'd say special attacks.
I'll do special attack, sure.
Yeah, so you know they have Vital Strike, and you know they have that Swift Claw,
Mhm.
which means they can always do that as a swift action. So even when they don't full attack, even when they Vital Strike, even when they move, double move, they're always getting that. They have
Oh, okay.
Cleave, which is really dangerous for you guys because a shit ton of you can be in their reach.
Yeah.
You recognize that they're using a butchering axe. Each of them has a butchering axe, which is already at their size a 66 damage weapon.
Mm-hmm.
So even if they're not Vital Striking, if they start to cleave, that's 66 to everyone that they hit.
Yeah.
I hate
so,
that.
So that's scary.
Mm.
They have multi-attack, which increases the power of their natural weapons. So they also have a bite and a slam attack.
Mm-hmm.
And you know that their bite is poisonous. They can also lunge. So even if you think you're safe, 15 feet away, they could lunge to 20.
Jeez Louise. These things have great battlefield control. If that counted as all like one special abilities thing, and I haven't hit my 3rd question, I'd like to know senses.
Senses. So they have dark vision, of course. Dark vision, low light. That's it. That's all they got.
All right, cool.
So there's not going to be any, at least on them, any sort of concealment mitigation or that kind of stuff. They don't have true seeing.
Sounds good. And now, local on the Tomb Giant, huh?
Yes, local on the Tomb Giant.
42.
42. I believe that's enough for 4, or if it's not, it's just there, so I'll give it to you.
Special defenses.
Special defenses. So you know this is a living creature.
Oh.
It's a giant. It's a type of giant.
I understand that giants are typically living. This one, as a tomb giant, is also
Tomb
living?
giant is a living creature.
Interesting.
Very interesting living creature, but it is living. They're immune to death effects and paralysis. They have, I'll give this to you as part of their defenses. They have negative energy affinity, so they work like an undead creature, kind of like a vampire would.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually, the extraordinary ability is the same name as the vampire one.
Sure.
So they work like that, but otherwise there's like no DR, no special energy resistances on this one inherent to the creature.
Sure. Let's see. Besides that, if we're getting 4 questions, I'm going to ask senses again, because if I can get Durin away, I'm definitely going invisible because he's going to die.
Yeah, you know that she's got pretty much the same senses there, so dark vision and low light. But I will kind of give you this, although it wouldn't be free. This is a decently high level cleric that's working with stuff that only has dark vision. So you're smart enough to know she probably has a contingency for it if she really wanted
but
to.
She doesn't have it inherent. Yeah, that's fine.
It would cost something to do.
Yeah. There's no reason she's sitting in here with having casted that spell on like pre-buffed or whatever, unless she knew about us. Anyway, what else do you guys want to know about this lady?
I don't know.
Special abilities. Brooks doesn't know.
Okay, let's see.
Am I safe to throw rocks at her?
No, you're not. She's got rock catching, rock.
Damn.
Yeah. So some special abilities. These are really interesting creatures, although they're not. Some of these are very situational, but they have what's called sinister synergy. So the thing about tomb giants is sometimes they work in groups to form like necromantic armies of the dead, and they have an ability called Corpse Stitcher, which lets them use Make Whole as a spell-like ability, but only for the purposes of creating undead creatures.
Oh.
So they can create like necrocrafts, they can restore armor to be used for phantom armor, they can repair grave knights, can basically reconstruct undead flesh.
That's so cool.
And the sinister synergy is when they work together, all of their spell-like abilities just enhance. So they like raise the caster level of their innate animate dead and their innate controlled undead, their innate sculpt corpse ability, which lets them, they can, if you find an undead creature in here that looks like someone that might be a ruse.
Huh.
Because they can make a corpse look like any person that they've seen.
Oh.
That's so weird.
Cool as
And
hell.
it requires like a will save to disbelieve. And you only get the will save if you also knew that person. Otherwise, it's like...
Yeah, just another corpse.
Interesting.
So, yeah, it's a very cool ability. I will say they constantly have Detect Undead and Death Watch on. So those are just like innate things that they have. And you know that this one is a cleric, so presumably has a bunch of other cleric-esque abilities.
Well, I think I have 2 questions left. I don't know what I want to do with them. Wait, no, I don't, right? Because I did senses, special defenses, and...
You have one left, yeah.
Yeah, I only have 1 left.
I mean, potentially like lowest save, or we could get lucky with a weakness, but kind of doubt it.
I was actually thinking lowest save myself, because a lot of times for undead, that's like a fortitude or will or something, right? Because they don't have a fortitude, because they don't have a con score, and you can't really take advantage of that. But because she's not technically undead, we could take advantage of it if it is fortitude or whatever. What's her weakest save?
As a giant, it's reflex.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Yeah, most of the big boys aren't very dexterous. She is fairly dexterous, it's just her worst one. That's all you got.
Yeah, and after dumping 2.5 minutes of exposition, his turn's over.
Yep. All right, it's my plausible buddy down here's turn. Oh, let's see.
It is plausible that it hits something.
Plausible. I mean, with Ikmer as the target in front of it, not likely.
But plausible.
Plausible.
Possible, but not probable.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what we got to do. I gotta turn this power attack off. And honestly, like they're a little more likely, but like the secondary attack is not very likely on you. Like it's in like 1920 range.
That's okay with me.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna go ahead and full attack here and see what I can do. So that means I'm not doing Vital Strike. I'm just trying to hit you with everything I've got, and gotta roll like high teens for some of it. I mean, yeah, his main attack is only gonna be a 40, which won't hit.
Correct.
So he's gonna swing again with this butchering axe. Oh, there it is. It's not a crit, but well, actually, I don't know what I don't we had talked about your AC, but it's a 44 with a 19 on the die.
And my AC is 44.
Okay, so yeah, so I was right though. I'm like, I gotta roll really fucking. I don't know if the full attack's worth it. 49 damage, which will go to 39 because of your DR. Then he's gonna attempt to bite. Let me use that guy that rolled me the 19. See if I can. Put one high.
I'm really happy Ikmer went up there.
That's not gonna be a hit. He's gonna try his Swift Claw now, which is a little bit better than his bite, but not by much. And that's not going to hit either.
Okay.
So he gets one hit off on you on a full attack, because I don't get the slams when I'm using a butchering axe. So that's his turn, man.
Okay.
Bear.
So Air Bear saw Matumbe be able to run up there without being attacked. He is going to take advantage of that and activate his challenge against the thin Juju zombie.
What does he say?
It was
My favorite part of every combat.
It was a little clever to be able to wait until our backliners were more vulnerable before coming up, and there was so much speed. I'm a little impressed by that. But he's going to run up there, and then he is able to occupy the same space
Yep, so he opts
underfoot and then attack.
Okay.
And this will be with the Blade of the Rising Sun, so we'll see how this goes. Oh boy.
Yeah, it's tough because you don't add your dex to damage on that one.
It is a lot tougher. I'll give it that. But with a 4 on the die, that really doesn't help at all. 22.
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Okay. That was a move and an attack, but you are successfully underfoot to this thing, so that ain't nothing. Ugh, we've got a wall here, and unfortunately this wall is blocking my main melee combatants. What do I want to do?
Yes. I very much so was tactical about how to use the wall, or at least trying to use the wall in the environment. Thank you, Corey. Oh, there's one thing that I forgot, however, because of the blade.
It's daylight.
The zombie is dazed.
Doesn't have to be hit by the blade. I'm pretty sure it does.
No. See, that is originally what I thought. That is not true. It is the glorious part of the weapon. A glorious weapon flashes with light. Any creature the wielder attacks in melee is automatically dazzled. Until
All right, well, that's very different than dazed.
yes, and that's why I wanted to double check that. Yes, dazzled. Yeah, that's much better. But dazzled nonetheless.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't say hits. It just says the wielder attacks in melee.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that one will be dazzled. I'm going to go ahead and toss a spiritual ally, which will just make look like this for now. Tossing a spiritual, so she casts a spell, creates a spiritual ally, and she places it kind of diagonally between Tulia and Matumbe. And the spiritual ally is just this like huge scythe made of force. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out my attack mod here.
I'm sure it's not low or not high.
Well, it uses
legitimately, it's not going to be high.
It uses the giant's base attack bonus, which is high,
Oh,
plus
I was
her
thinking 'cause
wisdom
it's a
modifier,
cleric.
which is very high.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, but giants have base attack bonus, just racial base attack bonus.
Oh, boo. Never mind.
So she's normally at a plus 22. So this is going to be at a plus 20. Okay. So this is going to attack, I think.
Can I counterspell? If I can identify it, Tulia could counterspell.
Ooh.
I have not remembered this a single time until now.
Okay.
You can try. Is it an immediate action, I assume?
By expending 1 point from my arcane reservoir, the Arcanist can attempt to counter a spell as it's being cast. So I'd assume yes.
Okay.
Okay. What do you do to attempt to counter it?
Dispel magic. So I just...
So you
it's just
burn
like
a dispel magic?
It's not burning. I use a point to act as if I have dispel magic.
Okay.
So I will...
Then you have to recognize the spell first before you can counter it.
Yep. So first, I will roll spellcraft. 49.
You recognize it as spiritual ally.
Cool.
Nice.
Now dispel the magics, hopefully.
So what? A d20 plus 13 versus 11 plus the caster level?
Yes. Versus the spell's caster level.
Yes. She cast it, so it's at her caster level.
Well, I rolled really, really bad, so that is only a 24.
That doesn't do it. But it does change my mind. I'm going to attack Tulia.
Okay.
Because Air Bear's token is on one of the big guys, he looks like he's got a mouse.
That's real good.
See, I see him in front.
We should screenshot that. That should be the Instagram photo.
32.
That'll hit. Roll a d8 and re-roll 8.
How do you still have that on?
It is minutes per level.
Okay, it's done after this, and if you run into another combat, I got you.
Yep.
Okay.
I just forgot about it last combat.
So one hits you, pops an image,
Okay.
and then I think she'll go ahead and move. All right, next in the order is Eclipse.
Great. Eclipse is going to fly over
All right,
to the girl.
she's gonna get AO'd.
Okay. We're doing scythe v scythe.
40.
That'll hit.
27 points of damage, and you guys still have Death Ward on.
Yep, and I still have stone skins. Now I'm gonna try to hit her.
Okay,
33.
no.
And
Who's
then,
oh, sorry, Lopper.
well, no, Lopper's gotta stabilize. So I have to roll, what is, man, it's been a long time since I've done stabilize.
You've got to roll your, what, -4?
Yes,
So you got to roll a con check. So what's his con score?
he has a +2.
Okay, so you roll a d20 plus 2, and it's got to beat a 14.
16 on the die. I wish that was my roll to hit.
Nice.
He's stable.
Yay.
That it?
Yes.
All right, Uska.
Uska sees that the Lopper is still on the ground and is not really moving around at all. He is healed by positive energy, correct?
Correct. I can only be healed by magic and not mundane. That's like the big asterisk for me.
All in one, that mundane's not a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, mundane's like nothing anyway,
So a channel will help him.
yeah.
All right. Uska channels, and that's going to reach everyone but Eclipse.
Okay.
And that is 33 points of healing. And don't forget about that roll twice and take the better. And then she does not move. She just starts cackling to extend Air Bear's protective luck. And that's her whole turn.
Very nice. Durin.
All right, Durin's wounds begin to close as he heals 5 hit points for free spontaneously. And then, I did look this up while other people were going, he reaches into his jacket, pulls out a little pill and pops it into his mouth. His body begins to discorporate and appear back behind Uska as I have used the phase step extract, which behaves like Dimension Door.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Do you not have to do
Roll
any
a concentration check.
stuff?
Nope. Behaves like a potion, which means that you can take an attack of opportunity, but you're grappled, so you can't.
Whoa. Look at you.
But that would be my entire turn, essentially. I would have a move action remaining, but there's nothing that I really want to do with it.
Yeah, you can't move after Dimension Door if it acts as Dimension Door.
Oh, fair point.
Okay, so you can drink extracts while you're grappled.
Yes. It
Okay.
only requires one hand.
Very clever. I'll give you a bad boy point for that.
I'll redeem that later.
Yeah, the drinking, it's not the issue. I'm wondering if you can pull it out.
Well, it's one standard action to pull out and imbibe in one go, because it's an extract.
But if it's acting like a potion, it doesn't work on that rule then. You know what I mean? Extracts work on a different action economy than potions.
That's true.
So that's where it's like, yeah, you could definitely do it if you had it in your hand.
Everything online.
yeah,
Yeah.
everything that I'm seeing is saying that this is possible.
Yeah, everything online says it would be like a potion.
Gotcha. Yeah, looks like it works.
Hell yeah. So he reappears at the furthest part of the back line, essentially, but that's it.
Lyra.
That makes Lyra's turn a lot easier. She was very concerned about Durin being stuck in this creature's grasp, but now she doesn't have to worry about that. And this this creature has not gone since Lyra has seen Matumbe and Air Bear walk up to it. Oh, but it's no longer grappling.
It's not grappled anymore.
All
yeah.
right. So Lyra is going to attempt to cast a swift action spell with verbal components only.
If it's a swift action, it's no
Okay,
AOL.
perfect. So she casts Grace on herself, so her movement does not provoke attacks of opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
She, because she is hasted, is going to move around this spiritual weapon because it's visible, correct? It's not.
Yep,
Okay.
it's visible.
And she moves around to hide behind the pillar right next to Uska. And then she...
It currently looks as though all of the squishy casters just hid behind the squishy wizard of Tulia.
It looks like that because that's what happened.
Uh-huh.
And then Lyra starts casting a spell, but nothing happens at the get-go.
Okay. Ikmer.
All right, Ikmer is face to face with one of these giant zombies here, and next to Vance, and he's gonna say, "No, Mr. Vance Lopper, we had our differences in the past, but it seems like
He's talking to Vance lying on the ground.
Hey, he's up technically, but he's keeping his eyes shut.
he's like, I don't want to listen to this."
He's unconscious at -4, right? Oh, no, he got healed. Never mind.
Ikmer's like, this is my time to talk.
He can see like Vance is clearly trying not to be noticed.
Yeah, you're like peeking,
Strong attention.
peeking with one eye open, like, oh my god. All right. Well, Ikmer is up there, and so he is going to full attack.
Okay.
Oh boy. All right. Does a 34 hit?
34 against an ungrappled creature. Let's see. Let me make sure this is the right one. He has all his stuff on. Yep, meets beats.
Oh, fantastic. All right. The next is a 42 with 17 on the die. I need to check whether or not that's a critical threat. Oh, baby, it is. 17 to 20 crit range. Oh, yes. I'm going to remember my critical focus, but a 35 on the die doesn't even need it.
35 on the die. What is he rolling over
Hold
there?
on a second.
Rolling a percentile over there?
Man, here I am at the beginning of the episode joking about fudging numbers. And
35 on the die, baby. Natural
On
35.
DC 37, that's a 35 on the die.
with a 10 on a die. Brings it to 35 total. So that will
Yes.
confirm. All right. And does Bane damage, or I guess does holy damage?
Yep, they're undead.
Awesome.
They're evil.
And don't forget, you are within 30 feet of Lyra, so you get a d6 of sonic damage.
Oh, hell yeah. You said a d6?
Yep.
All right. So it is going to be 103 plus 4 to make it 107 total.
What's it look like?
Yay!
I mean, he this thing is massive. He just goes from the bottom up, right between his legs, and slices him right in two.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he'd taken over 200 damage. He had 5 hit points left, but I appreciate the big effort there.
Oh, thank you.
Tulia.
I'm sorry, Brooks. Was that just one attack that you killed him on?
One attack and one crit.
Or was it? Oh, you wouldn't have killed him on the first. You wouldn't have done more than 5 points of damage on the first
I
one?
mean,
You can,
yeah,
like,
I
move
would
after.
have, but I just put them all together.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he declared the full attack, so he could 5-foot step.
Steve,
Yep.
what kind of energies is this tube giant immune to?
Tomb Giant. Immune to death effects, paralysis. I didn't write down any energies.
So it'd probably only be that spell that we know of acid.
Probably. Unless it had other spells going. Or I missed writing something down.
I mean, what would be a what is it called? The knowledge check for this if I wanted to just double check on the energy, or is it
Local.
33?
Get you one question.
Is it immune to any energies right now?
None inherent to it being a tomb giant.
Neat.
Well, I mean, you wouldn't want to hit it with negative energy. Wouldn't do anything.
Right, yeah, of course. Okay, cool. Tulia is going to use a point to dimensional slide 35 feet up towards Ikmer and the Lopper. And then I'm going to cast Lightning Bolt at the Tomb Giant. So I need a reflex save.
15.
That will fail. 37 points of electricity damage.
All right, it's the Juju Zombie at Thatch's turn. It's got a flank on Matumbe. It's going to flip its fervor to extra attack.
All right, here we go.
And I'll toss power attack on. Okay. First two attacks. 38.
Yep.
And then only 34.
That will miss.
Next attack. 35.
That hits.
Okay. 2 hits with the butchering axe. You don't have any DR or anything. I can roll this at once.
No, go for it.
All right. That's 102 damage.
Oof. Oh boy.
And it's going to go ahead and bite. But a 32 won't do it, I don't think.
Correct. Good.
Then it's going to Swift Claw. That's another 35.
35 is a miss.
Okay. Didn't I just hit you with 35? Did we do one of the other maths wrong? I had a 34, a 35.
My AC is 36.
I think I thought I must have missed you with 2 of those then.
Are you factoring in who's factoring in the flanking?
I'm not factoring in any flanks, so that'll hit 37. Yep. Okay, then I'm not worried about the other one. I swore I gave you 35 and you said it hit.
I don't think I did. I may have been mistaken.
Okay. Swim. It's only 20 damage. He's going to try and grab you. Actually, grab didn't work out for him last time, so he's not going to.
All right, Matumbe's looking pretty battered, but he's up.
It is Matumbe's turn.
Well, he's going to take a 5 to the south, which does break the flank, at least for now, with the spiritual weapon, not for long. Then he is going to... Oh, geez. I just got to full attack this creature and try and put him down with my friend Air Bear, who's going soon. He is going to swift action, channel positive energy, channel smite. If I miss this, I will be using the second chance feat to try and preserve the channel smite.
Sounds good.
Oh boy, I wish I crit on a 19 because that's a 19 on the
Let's
die.
go.
That definitely hits.
Yep, that should get him.
All right, let's do a little damage.
Then I'm rolling to not be destroyed and not have the...
You got it.
And don't forget your D6 of Sonic.
I did. So I'll add it.
20 on the... Or sorry, that's Will, right?
Yes.
Never mind, that's a lot better, but...
Okay.
Let's roll my reflex for 0 reason.
Right, you're looking for 14s total, so like, let's do this damage here. I got 32 off the hit. I'm gonna roll my positive energy and you're gonna take half of my total. That's 17 total. You are going to be taking 8. Ran down. Yeah. I imagine he's still up.
Yep.
So then, second attack. Ooh, 5 on the die. Let's take that to... Yeah, 34 exactly. That should do it.
Yep. With the flank, I'm assuming.
Exactly, yeah. 28 points of damage. And then, final attack. Ooh, I got it. 17 on the die. That'll
Nice.
do. Well above 34. This might be one of the only times I've hit 3 times on a turn.
Oh, I guess I'm gonna... Well, I still gotta roll ones.
Destruction for the last one.
10.
Yeah. I didn't channel smite, so you don't have to roll set. Oh, yeah. You
I know, I'm rolling for
this
this.
one. Yeah.
Not to be destroyed on the last one. 6, I'm okay.
Perfect. Another 28.
Very solid full round from the battered Matumbe.
Bear, take him down.
Air Bear, you are up.
Yes, an air bear is underfoot. And because he is this large creature, I'm almost picturing the flank going on between he and Matumbe is like we're flanking one leg.
Yeah, Matume's like whacking him on the thigh, and you're gonna be like hitting him in the back of the calf.
The Achilles tendon.
You're going for Achilles.
All right. So with the main hand, we'll see if he hits at all. But hey, okay. We said that a 30 doesn't hit, correct?
Right.
But with a 20 on the die, a 33 is still going to hit
With flanking?
with a natural 20.
I thought the AC was 34.
But it's a natural 20.
Right, but I want you to get that crit. Does your natural 20 go up to 33?
Yeah.
And are you taking into account flanking?
Yeah. Or no, I'm not.
So then that's a 35, which is a crit threat.
Yes.
To be clear, it's not a crit threat unless it goes above the AC.
Yes, that's why.
I
Yeah.
thought on all natural 20s
That's why it's
it
really
was.
critical. No.
No, it's a definite hit on a natural 20, but if a natural 20 doesn't hit the AC, it's just a hit.
Well, here I am learning something every day.
It'll just be difficult to confirm.
We'll see.
Definitely.
I also have critical.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
To confirm. Yeah, there's
Oh, hold up. What's the range on my stupid
on the
thing?
divine
Oh,
interference.
I believe
it should
it's
be
30
yeah.
feet, but let me double check.
If it's I think it's 32. Sorry, I'm not a pro at using it like you, so I don't think
Just in there.
that's 30 feet,
Yeah.
baby.
Okay.
Yep, I'm using it because I haven't used it on this one. I used it on the other one. So re-roll that natural 20.
All right. Well, with a 21, yeah, no, that's not gonna confirm or even hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Now,
Wait a sec. Hold on a second. Sorry. As an immediate action, when an enemy within 30 feet hits an ally, he is not within 30 feet. Your ally is within 30
Is it?
feet. He is 35 feet away.
Oh.
So she can't do that on him.
Yep, you're right.
oh, very cool.
Oh.
I saw it was close and was like, I just wanted to be sure if it's the person dishing it out or the person receiving it.
Wow, you're very clever today.
Love you too.
And well, because so
So you get a +4 to roll to confirm that crit.
okay.
So you're still gonna have to roll like a
Crazy high.
16.
Yeah, I
No.
It's possible.
I do not get it with a 27. But because this is still a critical threat, he is surrounded
Fairy fired.
by fairy fire, and will take an extra d6
Nice.
At the start of his turn.
start of his turn.
And just as you're starting to do your damage, you are 35 feet away from Lyra, so you don't get that D6 of Sonic.
Darn. Okay. All right. Damage from the katana. Ooh, 1 on the die for 31. Now I'm going to use the other hand.
Sounds good.
And with a 42, a 40, 39, 36.
My God.
Yeah, all these bonuses are fantastic.
How are you at 4 attacks?
Haste from my boots.
That's only for your main hand weapon. You don't get that for your offhand. You get 2 attacks at your highest attack bonus with your main hand weapon with haste.
Oh, then I have been playing that wrong for forever, and Hero Lab has it.
I don't think you get an extra iteration of 2-weapon fighting with haste.
So the only reason Hero Lab shows it on both is because the creature may make one extra attack with any weapon you're holding. So Hero Lab's going to give you the calculation for either hand because you can pick which one.
Gotcha. Well, I assume you've already rolled all of them for the first one. So it's going to be 3 hits instead of 4. Let's play that right going forward.
Yeah, absolutely. My
'Cause
sincerest.
I'll be honest, I usually just glaze over and don't count your attacks.
Yeah, we just
Got a lot of them.
we just understand that it's a lot
We just
and
understand
wait
that
for him to get done rolling.
it should be 7
Yeah, I'm
when he's
genuinely so sorry about that.
It's fine. You almost never hit with the last one. This was just a circumstance where you did. Or would have. Yeah, I only noticed it because he actually has like 2 weapons that are different this time. So I was like, oh.
Right.
It's hard too because again, Hero Lab will put it on every single weapon that you possibly could have.
It's like it's like the prone thing. It's like I hit prone, my AC should change. Well, it's kind of conditional, right? You know.
Right.
Yeah, if it's conditional at all, they don't put it on.
They either put it on everything or they don't put it on anything.
Exactly.
It's very all or nothing.
Yeah, I'm just gonna tell you, if any of those were crit threats, that's awesome. If you want to like roll for glory or whatever, but if you're doing like 30 damage a pop, you're gonna get them with 3 hits.
Okay. Well, I certainly am, because he is the challenged enemy. None of them were crit threats.
Okay. Either way, though, you still managed to kill the lumbering Juju zombie attach.
Thank goodness. Is it worth it to chain challenge? Yes, because so Air Bear is going to chain his challenge to the cleric, the Tomb Giant.
Okay. The Tomb Giant is going to switch to the enhanced speed and full withdraw into the darkness. And you hear, this whole time you've been hearing that disgusting, like wet sound of gnawing on flesh. And as she runs back into this darkness, down these steps into another area, that sound stops.
Oh boy.
And you hear multiple chairs scrape backwards. And I need you to finish your drinks because we'll see you next week.
Oh.
I knew it.
Hideous Laughter Productions is an officially licensed partner of Paizo Incorporated. Carrying Crown is copyright 2011. Carrying Crown and the Pathfinder Adventure Path are trademarks of Paizo. Paizo, Pathfinder, their respective logos, and all Paizo titles, characters, and artwork are properties of Paizo Inc. and used with permission.